Hey there, in this video we're going to talk through the user settings and permissions that are available to admins to set for each user. So first we're going to navigate to the users section as an admin, and then we're going to open up a field user and look at all of the different user level settings, which is the second section here in the user detail screen. So pop that open and we'll just go down the line and talk through these. So the first one is modifying prices. If this is toggled to on, you are allowing this user to make adjustments to prices in an event. Typically, if this is set to off, then they will see whatever price is being populated by the contract price and they won't be able to make any adjustments. Next, this option requires users to enter a patient sticker when they're submitting an event, or else the event will not be able to be billed. So if this is something you are requiring of your users, you'll want to turn this on. The next one is the same, but it applies to device labels. So if you want them to add images of a device label to an event, then turn this on. The next setting is, do you want your users to be able to modify replenishment requests? This would allow sales and distributor users to make changes to replenishment requests after they've been created. The next option would be to manage bills and materials. This is essentially saying, do you want your reps and distributors to be able to modify their bills and materials, or do you want to keep that control with the admins in your account? So if you'd like to allow your users to edit bills and materials, turn this on. Whereas if you'd like to retain control, then turn it off. Next is adding directory items. Kind of similar. Do you want to allow your users to create directory items such as physicians, facilities, procedures, etc.? Or do you want to make sure that that is only done by admins? If you want to allow it, then turn it on. If you want to retain control to the admins, then turn it off. Next, viewing contract prices. This allows users to actually go into the facility and view contract prices. Normally, they'd only just show up in the event when the items are used. So turn this on if you want to allow your users to review contract pricing. And then this last setting is a little bit more in depth. This is called quick transfers, or another name you might think of it like forward stocking locations. This enables users to create transfers when they need inventory kind of in a pinch really quickly for a case. And they will be able to transfer themselves inventory from these quick transfer locations at will, and it'll be accepted automatically. So this is kind of when they need inventory in an emergency and it's not able to be shipped from the home office, they'd be able to use these quick transfers to get that inventory. So, this is obviously a really specific setting to your operation. If you use it, then great, let's set it up. You'll need to also create quick transfer custodial locations and some other steps. So you'll want to check out our video on how to set up quick transfers because there is more involved, but at least you have an idea of what that's all about now. I'll also just note, because we're here, a couple other useful features on this page. You can send PO reminders to your users. So if they have events where the POs are still outstanding, this will send them email reminders letting them know what events they have outstanding POs for. This is really helpful because sometimes events can kind of get stuck in the backlog and not get billed for. So this is a really helpful feature in the user details screen. You can also save documents for the user. And then I always like to reiterate the assignment section. It's not technically a user level setting or a permission, but this is where you're assigning directory records to your users. So these are the facilities that will be available to them to do cases with. These are the physicians that they're able to select when they're creating a case. So you really want to make sure these are correct. It kind of acts like permissions. You're giving them access to use these, but it also means that when they go to select, the information they need is there and only the information they need is there, so that it's not cluttered and they're not having to wade through a ton of extra detail. So I just always recommend keeping this area clean and up to date. So that is our look at user level settings. Please tune into our other video on organization level settings because those also impact your users' roles and permissions.